I discern movement under the rubbish lorry. Stand ready. They have just removed a large suitcase.
There's our evidence. Let's hit it.
Patience, Lestrade. I think we should follow them and find out what their game is.
Sorry, Holmes. Grayson wants a bust on this one, and he wants it now. What the? Inspector Lestrade! New Scotland Yard! Halt!
Is that dirt? What an odd thing to steal.
Exactly what I was thinking, Watson.
Guys, I could use some backup.
Get out before she makes it back.
Gotcha.
Lestrade! Are you all right?
I lost them because of them.
Why? They're all redheads. How very curious.
The driver made sure I'd see him. He wanted me to come this way.
As if he knew these chaps would be here.
What are these guys doing here anyway? Holmes, are you reading the paper?
Observe, Lestrade. Many of our red-headed friends are doing just that. Therefore, I presume the answer lies here. Ah, yes. The exclusive Red-Headed League is looking for one lucky new member. Only natural red-headed men need apply.
Red-Headed League? Never heard of it.
Nor I. Seems they're offering a handsome salary for a simple part-time job.
No wonder there's such a turnout.
Blasted. Whoa, where are you going?
If they passed on him, they certainly aren't going to take me.
Hey, come on. We waited 2 hours. Give it a shot.
They chose me. Me!
Thank you all for coming, but we found our man, Mr. Carter Wilson.
Him? He's practically bald.
It is the other man that I am interested in. Notice anything unusual about him?
He doesn't have the fair skin of the other red-headed chaps.
Precisely, Watson. Excellent observation. This Red-Headed League needs some looking into. We'll give our friend some time to settle in, then go for a visit. In the meantime, let's see about this dirt sample. Mr. Carter Wilson?
Why, yes.
How'd you know?
I know quite a bit about you. You're the newest member of the Red-Headed League. A bachelor, you own a chip shop off Leicester Square, which, until you got this job, was close to going under. And you just had Chinese food for lunch. Ginger chicken with broccoli.
Oh, how'd you know all that?
Elementary, my dear man. Careful observation is the key. Eyes and brains. You wear no wedding band, and your jacket has that unmistakable smell of fish and chips. Plus, there is some batter on your sleeve. As to lunch, your breath smells quite nicely of ginger chicken, and you've got a bit of broccoli stuck between your teeth. You're chewing an excessive amount of gum. Usually a sign of heightened stress level. Plus, your clothes are quite worn, indicating a shortage of funds. Location of your shop? There is a construction site at Leicester Square. I'd know that mud anywhere. As to your name, I was there when they announced your new membership.
Amazing! You should be a private eye.
Sherlock Holmes at your service.
The Sherlock Holmes? But I didn't...
Tell me about the group. What exactly is it that you do here?
We of the League are dedicated to enhancing the reputation of the red-headed individual.
No insignificant task.
Indeed. Redheads are an abused underclass, and the League's work gives them much-needed self-esteem.
What's this?
I'm changing all the great characters of literature to redheads. I just finished David Copperfield, and now I'm working on Moby Dick. Too much?
I suggest you stick with the herrings. Nice cap. So, how does one join up? How did you hear about it?
Well, it was an ad in the paper. Good thing my cook pointed it out to me.
He manages the restaurant while you are here. Has he been in your employ for long?
Just 3 weeks. But Vince is doing a wonderful job. Because of him, I might just be able to keep the place going.
Oh, last question. The other members of the League, are they nice chaps?
I've only met Red, the president, but he's never around much. There's a big gala next month to introduce me around. Too bad you're not a redhead, Mr. Holmes.
Indeed.
What do you think, Holmes? Is the operation legitimate?
About as genuine as this red hair.
Shouldn't we warn Mr. Wilson? They might have all sorts of nefarious things planned for him.
Careful, Watson. Do not leap to conclusions. Let the facts lead us. First stop, Wilson's Chip Shop.
By the way, the trace element analysis from that dirt sample indicates it comes from 10 to 13 meters underground, somewhere in the New London metro area.
We shall have to narrow that down, won't we? The National Art Gallery. Wilson's restaurant will be just behind it, on Leicester Square.
I know where Leicester Square is.
Not the most prosperous-looking establishment. I shall be just a tick. Hello? Anyone there?
Welcome to the Fish and Virtual Reality Chips Cafe. Eat the finest fish at the finest places on Earth. Just choose a dining destination with your meal. Please make your selection now. You have not made a selection?
No, I want a human being.
Something wrong, sir?
If I order Tokyo, do I get sushi?
Look, you can have what's on the menu. Fish and chips, chop suey rolls and chips, or beans and chips.
Oh dear, how clumsy of me.
No, forget it. What do you want?
I suppose I will have fish and chips in Peking.
That's Beijing, pal.
Really? For how long?
200 years.
Glean anything of importance, Holmes?
I deduced how not to make fish and chips. And I got this.
Why, it's identical to the dirt we collected under the rubbish lorry.
As I suspected.
But that was blocks away. How?
Give this a look.
Strange odor. I'm getting vinegar, linseed oil, tomato sauce, cadmium, zinc,
Food and art supplies.
and some sort of benzodiazepine.
A powerful tranquilizer taken for sleep. That must be the strange odor. I'd like to take a closer look at this restaurant when the cook is not around. Come, Watson. We might just make the National Art Gallery before it closes. I haven't been there in years. Watson, for once I am completely baffled. Well, This woman has certainly had a rough day.
It's a famous piece of modern art, Holmes.
Well, it is modern.
Heavens, man, what are you doing?
Do you smell that, Watson? It is the same odor we got off the handkerchief. Scan this painting, Watson.
Yes, it's benzodiazepine, the same chemical on the handkerchief.
That explains my sudden drowsiness. And here I thought it was the artwork. Come, Watson, we are done here. That eccentric billionaire, Caspar Gotting, is donating his art collection to the museum. There's a benefit for him tonight.
Honestly, Holmes, I never realized art held such a fascination for you.
It didn't, until quite recently. Wilson's cook should be gone by now. Let's go back to the chip shop. Come, Watson. What's the delay?
Yard authorization approved. Now, where's that lock?
Well done, Watson.
This must be where the dirt came from.
That, and I expect a good deal more.
A tunnel! Ah, it's that cross-eyed lady from the museum. Art forgery. So that's what this is all about?
There's no odor. Watson, these must be the originals.
You're right.
Why, you're the chap from the Red-Headed League.
Yes, Watson. Meet Gerald Sachs, the world's preeminent art thief. And Titus Mulrooney, one of the world's greatest art forgers. How did you... For such a venture, Professor Moriarty would not satisfy himself with anything less than the most talented criminals.
How do you know about Moriarty?
This tunnel, the forgeries. It suggests the presence of a vast criminal organization. And who else possesses the resources and ingenuity to set up a bogus foundation simply to lure a man out of his fish and chip shop for 2 weeks? I have but one question. Your payment. Was it these paintings?
You got that right, smart guy. Now hand them over. Night and night. Get the paintings and let's go. That should keep them out of trouble.
That smell again. So the sedative is in the paint. And we need to find the trigger that releases it. Watson. Watson? I say, Watson, what have they done to you?
Good heavens! Thank you, Holmes.
Lestrade, it's Holmes. Can you hear me?
Barely. Where are you?
Never mind that. We have 2 art thieves on the loose. You shall find them somewhere around Leicester Square. Careful, Lestrade. They are dangerous.
My kind of gig.
Meet us at the National Gallery as soon as you can. Watson, we haven't a minute to spare.
But if Lestrade catches the 2 thieves, isn't that the end of it?
Think, Watson. Why would Moriarty put that sedative in those paintings if he weren't planning to use it? Here we are. At Leicester Square.
The tunnel leads here to the museum. Why don't we just get out that way?
I do not want to tip our hand. We caught them disposing of the dirt they dug from this tunnel at the manhole here. I'm superimposing a map of the sewer system. Here, Watson. They carried that dirt 4 blocks to make sure they would not be traced back to the museum. A meticulous operation. We need to find their entrance to the sewer system. Scan for any variations in density.
Here, Holmes. The wall is only half a meter thick.
Well done, Watson.
Stand aside.
Quickly, Watson. We have much to do and very little time to do it.
Casper Gotting? The old buzzard made it.
Mr. Gotting, what a privilege. It's been 34 years since you've appeared in public. Have you anything to say to the world?
People talk too much.
Mr. Casper Gotting, ladies and gentlemen, the world's wealthiest man is about to donate his vast art collection to the National Gallery.
Gotting has entered the building.
I don't know why the museum put on this hullabaloo. I'm giving my paintings to the museum, and that's that. I just hope y'all enjoy them as much as I have. Jewels and cash. I'll take Gotting.
Stop it, you bumbling fool. Take that.
The sedative's not working.
Freeze! Release that man!
Drop your weapons if you care about Mr. Gotting's continued good health. Now drop to the floor, face down. Help me! The old coot's heavier than he looks.
Stronger, too. A clever scheme, Moriarty. Trigger an anesthetic embedded in the forged paintings. Then rob these good people and abduct the world's wealthiest man.
Blast you, Holmes! These are the originals, aren't they?
Arrest these men.
How dare you steal my jewels?
Let me handle him, madam.
That way! Hurry! They're getting away! Him! He's one of them! Get him!
No, it's him. Moriarty is getting away.
That's Sherlock Holmes. Let him go. Oh, where's Moriarty?
Gone.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes? Ah, my dear man, that was such fun. We must have you at all our events.
Madam, please.
Mr. Holmes, I must thank you. The museum heist has done wonders for my restaurant.
We brought you a present. The man you knew as Vince Spaulding painted this.
We had him change the hair color in prison. It's magnificent. Come on, I know just where to put it. Well, I'll be. I started my own red-headed league.